Hello and welcome to the third lesson of the Dutch language, this time about vowels and the Dutch spelling. And vowels I mean the short and long vowels. As you know from previous lesson, Dutch has long and short vowels, meaning short, which vowels pronounced at the back of the mouth of the throat, and long vowels which are pronounced more in the front of the mouth. Here are the long and short vowels, or short and long vowels. A, e, I, o, u. Now, if a long vowel is in a closed syllable, that means a syllable which ends on a consonant, then the vowel has to be reproduced. So maan is written with two a's to indicate that it is a long vowel. Same with meel, hiel, room, schuur. Those are all long vowels within a single closed syllable. That's why they have to be written twice, except for the I, which is an exception. Now, if the syllable is open, that means it doesn't end on a consonant, then the vowel is written once, except for the A and the I. So we have na written with one A, zee. This one is written with two A's, this is an exception. Z is written with one A, and in order not to confuse z with zee, that's why they write zee with two A's. That's what I think. Knie, your knee. This is written with EA. So, nu. So, the vowels A, O and U are written once if it's in an open syllable. Now, if it's in a closed syllable, then they are short, like man, hel, pit, pot, put. Here I have a picture of a very popular television show, I think from the 70s or 80s, Het schaap met de 5 poten. The reason I show you this is het schaap is spelled in the old-fashioned way. In Old Dutch, the A was used to elongate the vowel. So instead of schaap indicating a long hour, write it with two A's, it's written with A. And here is a remnant of it. Now something about the plural of nouns. In Dutch, the plural of most nouns ends on an. For example, maan, the moon, the plural is manen. But if you split manen into its two syllables, you have one open syllable and one closed. The open syllable, in this case, bevat two A's, ma. But as has been said previously, in an open syllable, the long vowel is written once. So instead of maa, we write ma. So we get manen. Here we have a noun pot, a kettle, or a pot, or pots. If we add an at the end and read the result, we see poten. Why? Because if we split this into two syllables, we have po and a closed syllable tun, and an open syllable po. And since it's open, the O is pronounced as a long vowel, but we have to have a short vowel. Then what we do then is add a T, an extra T, so that we get potten. Note, if you see potten, the double T indicates that the O has to be pronounced short, like O. It doesn't mean that the T has to be pronounced twice, like for example in Arabic and in Japanese. So we read potten, not potten. We read the T, the double T, as if it's one T. Now about open syllables, one syllable words, where the vowel sound is short. How do we do that? Well, in that case we add an H at the end to close the syllable, to indicate that the sound is short. Examples are a, ba, go, he, jo. Note, he doesn't have an H at the end. If I'm not mistaken, you have also one the H at the end, but E is again an exception. And the H, oh I said H, it's Dutch, the H is silent, so you don't hear it in the pronunciation. It's only there to indicate that the vowel in between is short, or the vowel before it is short. Exceptions en uitzonderingen. Exceptions, uitzonderingen. We have adjective groot, meaning big. Het grote huis. It's spelled as gro plus te. And again, it's an open syllable, so the O is written once, but it's pronounced long. If we talk about the size, then we spell it as follows: groot plus te. De grote, de grote. Both sound the same, but are written differently. Then we have a word, a noun, pad. A pad can be a kikker, or it is a path, a pathway, or a small way, a small lane. If you're talking about a pad, then the plural is padden. The sound then is short, and that's why you write padden met double D. But if you talk about the path or the small lane, then the vowel needs to be open. So you spell it paden, paden. Then something about the long vowel I and the diphthongs I and I. The long I and a short I. As we have seen, I is not written double I, like AA, OO, UU, and AA, but is written as IA. I think it's a remnant from Old Dutch. As I have shown to you, schaap is written as SCHAAP, so the A is there to indicate that the vowel has to be pronounced long. The same here. The A is added to indicate that the E has to be pronounced long. In the Middle Ages, they indeed wrote EE or sometimes EJ, but in order to escape confusion, they wrote it as EA later, because EE, and in the Middle Ages they didn't write the dots, so it looked like an U or a V, so it was very confusing. Then about the twee klanken, de diphthongs, I en I, or the short I, EI, and the long I, IJ. This is, even to us Dutch, too much confusion. Sometimes you need to look it up in the dictionary. For example, we have a verb lijden with a long I. That means to suffer. And we have a verb lijden with a short I. That means to lead. So there can be a quite large difference whether you write a verb with an I or an I. So beware of that. Now I have some homework for you to do, or huiswerk. I will give you a moment to guess what has to be written in the place of the two dots. You're right, OU. Ik heb een gouden ring. Now this one. Yes, you're right. Ik lijd, lange I, aan een vergeetachtigheid, korte I. Yes, ik zie 3 mannen op straat. The A needs to be short, so the N is doubled. Yes, Jupiter heeft vele manen. The vowel needs to be long, so if you split manen into 2, then you get manen, and the first syllable is open. That's why you have to write it with 1 A. Yes, ik schaats graag in de winter. And the last one. Yes, er staat een vliegtuig in de keuken. Well, that's it for today. I hope I was clear, and I would really appreciate if you send me some comments on how to make this video better. I hope that you enjoyed it and understood what I said, and hope to see you next time again. Bye bye, tot ziens.